You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Braxton Family Values After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Braxton Family Values After Show.
Yes. If you don't know the song, it's Babyface. There she goes, taking you back to 2001. Bing is for doing, and we are back doing another episode of the Braxton Family Values. This is the guy edition. Miss Ashley Nina Marie Gray is out this week, so it's just me and Larice holding it down.
Trying to do it. We're doing it big today.
Doing it big. Jason J. Carter, so happy to be in the hot seat with you guys. What's going on, man?
All right, Larice Shamar here with Jason J. Carter. We're about to get in the Braxton Family Values, so let's do it.
Let's do it. So, all right, girls and gents and boys and everyone who watches the Braxton Family Values, these chicks are so cray-cray. I can't even just wrap my head around these sisters.
It's always something to keep. I wouldn't say keep you on your toes, but at the same time, we know it's gonna be drama.
I wonder if families actually have that much drama amongst the sisters in real life, or is it maybe a little bit fabricated for television?
I think it's a little fabricated because there's no way every time we have to see them that they having issues.
An issue? They have like severe issues.
I mean, like if I lived in a family where I had issues with my other siblings that much, I would have to detach myself and
like move away.
It's like, you know what? Don't call me for a month. I like, listen, you know how you have to do them baby steps. Like, okay, cool.
Baby steps.
I'm not gonna talk to you for like a day. I'm not gonna talk to you for like 2 days. Maybe like, okay, I call you like a week.
Nah, you said a month. Don't call me this whole season.
Be like, don't talk to me.
No, seriously. Well, you know, going on experiences I've had myself. I have a twin brother, older brother, and little sister. We've never had as much drama as these people have in their family. But, you know, whatever. I guess when you got 4 hot sisters, all in the entertainment industry, all trying to do something, you're gonna have a little bit of beef now and then. So let's get into it. Mama E's always doing something she's not supposed to do. She's cooking, eating cake. You know she's diabetic.
You know what? She's a mother. Like, she's doing what a mother's supposed to do. She's a nurturing woman where she feels that she has to take care of her daughters, even though if it put herself at risk, she would still do it because she has the love for her family.
I love how she says words like differently. Like, I don't mean no disrespect. Like respect instead of respect. That's full of disrespects.
I know,
I'm like,
right?
why is it? When did they become plural?
It's a southern twang.
Southern twang. Well, so we have they're all T's. Tamar and Mama E.
Yeah.
You know, Tamar wants the mama to drop it like it's hot, and the mom's like, no, Tamar, I don't do that. And the girls are always meddling in her affairs. They're always trying to hook her up with somebody.
That's
get her
family.
laid. Get her laid at 70. I mean, do people still get laid at 70?
I would hope so, because at 70, I'm still trying to.
Well, men are different though, but I think, you know, some women. I mean, I don't know. That's why, like, I don't know. Does the oasis dry up? Like, you know what?
Lube.
Oh my God.
That's all I can say.
Okay, well, towards the end of the scene, Mama E does drop like it's hot, and then we move on to Towanda and Andre. Let's really gab about Towanda and Andre. 3 seasons of Braxton Family Values.
Yeah.
Andre has been douchebag #1, even a bigger douchebag than Gabe, because he doesn't provide. Tawanda's always had issues with him providing for the family, for Brooke and Braxton, the kids, and Andre just doesn't get it. Tawanda's hot. She does look kind of funny, but she's hot. You know, she. I mean, those pants she wears in this episode, I'm like, damn.
Yeah. You know what? I kind of like. I had to think twice, like, and look twice, like Towanda.
Yeah, because she looked good.
Her hair was great.
Great. Louboutin heels on. I mean, she was doing the most.
She was actually like
Andre. So it's like, Andre, what is your problem? Andre, what is your problem? You have a hot piece at home who's actually bringing home the bacon, frying it, and making you a bacon and egg cheese sandwich, and you're still not getting it together. But we do see that in this episode, he's making.
For those who understand what Jason just said, is that she's making the money and she's bringing the food. So in layman terms, he's getting taken care of.
Right. He's a kept man. He is a kept man. So we see in this episode, though, that, you know, they go to They learn how to. They go to a dance class.
Argentina tango.
Tango.
Different.
Of all things, they ain't gonna go do electric slide. They're
Not
going
even
to tango.
like salsa, but like we're gonna do tango. It's like,
and they have some chemistry because I've never ever seen them really be affectionate towards each other in all 3 seasons.
but at the same time, like Andre was just like, hey, I'm just trying to get you in bed.
He's always trying to get her, and
He's just like, I'm just trying to get you in bed.
like, nope.
She's like, no.
You ain't never gonna get another whiff of this.
It's like dry tied and laid to the side.
Yeah, she was like, go buy a toy. But
okay. All right.
So he was like, and it's a PG show. No, but really, like Towanda and Andre really have a turn of events in this episode because they are really affectionate with each other. You can see that there is chemistry between them because I've never seen chemistry between them ever.
It's starting to soften up.
Right. And I think, well, maybe because she's not really working for Toni anymore and she's not traveling as much and she's able to have her own life now. In the past couple of seasons, Tawanda's big argument was that she didn't want to be Toni Braxton's executive assistant because that's what she's been for so many years.
Yeah.
And she wanted her own life. And they shoot in LA and in Atlanta a lot. That's a long plane ride back. That's at least 6 hours, 12 hours of flying back and forth.
But, it's easy.
It's not easy. I hate that. From anytime
easy.
I'm going past like the Mississippi River, I'm over it.
But I like the flight coming back from Atlanta to LA because it allows you to have that extra 3 hours.
Well,
I can still get my party on.
Right, but going there is like, what the F?
Yes.
How dare they? Who does this to me? So we wish Towanda and Andre the best. Here's hoping that this love affair continues to blossom. They get back to basics as far as their relationship goes because I want them to be happy. However, I don't really see what the attraction would be to Andre.
I mean,
because Tawanda's hot. I mean, that's a dime piece right there. She always looks.
But I guess it's just one of those things where you just kind of have somebody around so long that it's just kind of like,
comfortable?
I'm comfortable with the situation. But it's actually the first time we've seen him this season.
It is.
So it's kind of like hope we get to see more of Andre and Towanda actually doing, kind of rekindling what they have. But at the same time, the sisters do not like him
At all.
So that's still an issue.
I think they like him more than Gabe, though. I think because
they hate Gabe.
They hate Gabe, but Andre's never cheated on one of the sisters. That's like a code. Once you do that, you're done. Yeah. You're done. So Andre's just been lazy.
So it's like cheating is worse than being a douchebag.
Well, there's different levels of douchebagginess, Larice. Like, you can be a douchebag but still be a nice guy. He's level 1 of douchebaggery. He's not working. He's lazy. He's not rude to her. He loves her.
Yeah.
The last couple of seasons, he's been pursuing her to come back. He wants to get his family back together. He got a book deal, supposedly.
Have y'all seen that book?
It was a book about relationships. He's one to write a book about relationships.
Okay. I mean,
okay.
Everybody is entitled for their personal opinion.
Right? But that's like a fat trainer. Like, how are you gonna build my body when your body looks a hot mess?
I have a disorder.
What?
I have knowledge, but body don't physicality is not there.
Oh, so your disorder just so happens to end you up in a gym training other people.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I ain't buying that.
He's like, yeah, I'm not a believer.
Dude, come on now.
I mean,
come on, you can't BS a BSer.
It happens. It
happens, right? Very rarely, buddy. Very rarely. So yeah, Andre and Towanda though.
It's
good
good
luck,
to
you
see
guys.
him.
Yeah,
it's
good to see him. For reals. Well, you know what? If you miss any of the Braxton Family Values shows on AfterBuzz, you can now stream everything on iPhones, iPads, and Androids. It's really, really cool. And also, go to iTunes, tell a friend, rate us, give us 5 stars. We absolutely enjoy hearing from you, all your comments. Tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like. Give us shout-outs, and we'll shout you back out, too, because that's how we roll here at AfterBuzz TV. Keep it moving.
Boom.
So, Gabe and Trina.
Wow.
I'm mad at Trina.
You know what? I can't say I'm mad at her. I'm mad at her because she's not upfront with each person.
She's
like stringing Gabe along. She's stringing his sister along because she really want to kind of see the story happen. Mm-hmm. But she's afraid to tell Gabe no because they put so much work into it already, which is the basic work that you would do. And as a significant other, if you want to kind of support your wife or your husband, like, I will assist you because you don't have that knowledge skill and I do.
Right.
So he shouldn't kind of feel entitled to be part of the business, but at the same time, Trina need to kind of set that straight between the two of them.
Right. Set the expectation. Well, I think Gabe is smart. Even though Gabe is a cheater, Gabe definitely is smart. He's really good with money. Apparently, he financed he financed Trina's last video, Party to Go Home.
Yeah.
Bought her a ring, proposed to her in this episode. So
Let's talk about this ring.
yeah, this ring. Well, he gave her a cubic zirconia.
Yeah.
And she had it appraised and found out it was not a diamond. It was a CZ.
Men know, no
Girl,
matter who your girl is, they
know.
are going to appraise the ring. Please make sure you get the real thing. Do not
Real
get a
deal.
cubic zirconia because if it's not her sisters or her friends,
Oh,
be
yeah.
like, the first thing like, girl, let's get appraised.
Tamar was probably like, look, that's a CZ and all the friends on the side are not real either. That's a party that should not be happening on your finger.
Yeah, pretty much. So, note to self.
Note to self, take it down. And Larice speaks the gospel. But Gabe, I think Gabe is in his right to be a little perturbed by being cut out of the business because Trina does, like you said, Trina does not know how to run a business.
Exactly.
And you can have all the money in the world and invest it, but if you don't have someone to facilitate your investment to make sure that they come to fruition, then that's a waste. And that's, everyone's worst fear is to not be successful, especially when it comes to money.
But at the same time, it's just that the Braxton family, and that was the thing that Tamar says, that I got money. Why are we getting an investor? Why are we going to the bank? But at the same time, you can have the money, but you also need a consultant, someone who understands business, who can run a business and manage a business. And basically, not only with because everybody can hire people to do finance,
right?
But nobody has the skill within the Braxton family. Not saying they don't have the skills, but as of right now, everybody has money, but they don't have the capability to basically like, hey, I can run this business without.
They're not knowledgeable.
Gabe.
And that's it. And Gabe is. Toni says that she does not want Gabe a part of her life. Yeah, and it was really surprising hearing her say that. And Toni,
but no, it's not because of the divorce.
Well, no, I understand why she is saying it, but just that Toni this season has said a lot of things that have been just blurted out, like how she truly feels, and
it's a good thing.
And it's a very good thing. It's just Toni's normally the soft-spoken one and the more reserved one, even more reserved than Towanda.
Yeah.
So hearing Toni say those things, it's like, okay, but she says she does not want Gabe a part of her life, and the only reason why Gabe is a part of her life is because he's married to Trina.
Yeah.
But in Trina, also Larice, in Trina's defense though, that is her husband, and she's trying to patch things up with Gabe. You can tell that she wants things to work out with Gabe. So as far as the story goes, I think they should include him. I think the more they include Gabe, and if they would learn, and forgiveness is a hard thing.
Yeah.
To forgiveness is probably one of the hardest things you can do for people who have done you wrong.
Yeah.
Or a family member wrong. But I think if the girls could find it within themselves to maybe give Gabe a break, because Mama E did. Mama E said, "Look, Gabe, you did my."
That's Mama E. But that's like any parent though, because they understand that if you love this person, I can't stop you from loving somebody. And no matter how many mistakes that this person made, if you feel like y'all can work it out and you're happy with it, then she's gonna support it. And
so the sisters, for as much respect as they have for Mama E, should probably follow suit. And you mean you could lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
And I don't think so either. But I'm hoping, wishful thinking, ladies and gentlemen, that if they do, I think by them including Gabe in the whole shebang, will end up being more successful in the long run for everyone.
I think so too. But do you think that that the business should be split 6 ways, or should Trina and Gabe share their percentage? I think they should share their percentage.
I agree. I think Trina and Gabe should share it because they're coming in together as a team, as one collective, and have the other 5 sisters or other 4 sisters have their own separate part. But I really don't think. I'm kind of getting the vibe that Tracy is gonna fall out because Tracy never ever really sees anything through to the end point. Tracy's just like, oh, Larice, you want to buy a car? I'm gonna buy a car with you.
I think what's gonna happen is that she probably put the money up and just kind of like, oh, whatever happens to the business, happens to the business, and I'll allow the sisters to run it or Gabe, which I hope Gabe do run the business because he just have that mindset. Mm-hmm. I mean, the big issue is like it's an all girl store. What would a man need to be in the store? He don't have to be in the store because he's not working the store. You have other employees to work the store, but behind the scene, he can be the guy who pretty much
bounces the books. And he's very hands-on, and from what we've seen from past seasons, very much a control freak. So who knows?
So Gabe? I think it's gonna be an issue between him and Trina. And I mean, he already has an issue between the sisters, but at the same time, it's gonna be an issue between Trina and the sister, and I think that's gonna be the next big drama. Yeah. And the story is not gonna happen because of the issues they're gonna have between Gabe and Trina and the sister.
You gotta be a roadblock.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a roadblock.
Well, AfterBuzzers, go on YouTube. Let us know what you think. Do you think Gabe should be a major key player in the Braxton Family Values store, or do you think that he should just have a seat, have several seats? Build a seat and have it. Buy a seat and have
Support
it.
Trina. I mean, but he can still be part of it by basically like passing information through Trina.
Yeah.
And she can. I mean, because a lot of times because they're gonna share the same percentage. He can be like, "Hey, Trina, I think y'all should try this in the perspective of business," and she can just kind of be the messenger.
Yeah. Well, Trina may not be all there mentally though, because she did have a drinking problem, and she might fall off the bandwagon.
Write it down. Send a text message.
Post it.
PDF file. Something.
Shut up, PDF
We
file.
transfer, whatever.
You're so stupid. You're so crazy. All right, so Toni Braxton is one of the most successful female acts in music history. She has Grammys. She has amassed a wealth of $170 million before her bankruptcy. She's a legend. She's an iconic voice, and her music is timeless. People love Toni Braxton. I love Toni Braxton.
She has great music overall, but she's in that funk right now.
Well, she's been in that funk for a while though. Last year she had a single out called "I Heart You" that was supposed to be, welcoming her back. The new Toni Braxton single was a great song, awesome song, but nothing happened with it.
She's not over the breakup.
Well, and that's another thing that I'm kind of confused about. She's been going through this breakup for several years now, from Carrie Lewis of Mint Condition. I thought, were they hookup? Were they like having a jump off? Because he was in the first season of Braxton Family Values with her, and everything was good. Her and Carrie had a good relationship, but now they're really divorced, and now she can't handle it. I'm like, okay,
what happened?
Yeah, you guys were going great.
But you look at like Toni, she's a soft-spoken person, whereas that she probably put more into it than what the situation was. And a lot of time when women does, it's kind of hard for them to break up.
What? A woman does that?
Oh my God!
Those are fighting words.
I know, right? Be like, I'm about to tweet that. But at the same time, is that she's not allowing herself to move on. And I think that's the biggest part. Is that a lot of time when you kind of have a relationship, and you kind of break up, even if it's a bad or a good breakup, you have to allow yourself to move on, forgive yourself for the wrong, and then kind of move on.
Right. Like,
and she's not moving on, and it kind of shows in her music, and that's why she kind of feel like she's a failure, and she don't want to produce music anymore. And no matter how much they motivate her, she's like, I feel like I can't do it.
Well, in this episode she talks to Babyface again, Kenneth Babyface Edmonds, massive songwriter, Grammy award-winning, multi-platinum, just amazing. So many hits have been penned by Babyface. Yeah. She talks to him because he's like a big brother to her, and she says, it's not like it used to. I would go in the studio and just sing and not care about the success of the music, but now it's more about album sales. And Pulse, her last album, flopped, didn't even go gold. Before that was Libra. Came out in 2005, didn't even go gold. Before that was More Than a Woman.
But at the same time, you got to look at it that a lot of times in the music industry is that people don't change with the times of change, because they feel like I can still make the same records that I had hits on 10 years ago. But you got to understand that we have changed. Right.
Musical tastes have changed.
Yeah, and she's still making music to her past. Like, she can make a heartfelt song with her emotions, but still make it like upbeat. And people can kind of like, I can get it.
Well, the generation that of now, like people that are our age now, we grew up with Toni Braxton because that was a different time. Music was different then. But these kids now, from let's say 18 to 24, or not even that, from 10 to 24, they have no clue who Janet Jackson is. They have no clue. My cousin is 10, and I said, Janet Jackson. Who's Janet Jackson?
Michael. She probably don't Michael neither.
So how's your cousin's black eye doing now?
Right?
But it just didn't work out.
But it's because they know Bieber. They know Justin Timberlake. Surprisingly, they know Selena Gomez. There's just a new crop of stars now.
But you name a lot of key people who actually changed their style of music. Right. You look at Justin music now, it's more popish. It's not like the R&B like slow jam. And that's what Toni needs to do. She needs to make her music more upbeat, even though heartfelt. And I think people actually will understand it more. Right. And she might be able to get that platinum record.
She's also, I agree, but she's also older, and it's like Gladys Knight trying to do a Britney Spears type song. It just doesn't fit her brand. Toni's brand, I do think that Toni's in a space right now where she could possibly cross over and be still sexy and still appeal to a wider audience and have a more broad range of people who would buy or download her music. However, I don't think she feels that herself. She looks great.
But at the same time, Toni is chasing sales. She's not chasing the grass of the music.
Right.
The root of music is basically like my heart. And she's like, my heart's not in it. Your heart's not in it because you're chasing sell. The sales would come.
Right.
You know, that's
Her
just like, yo,
motivation's wrong.
if you build it, they will come.
If you sing it, they will buy.
Exactly. So Toni's like, her perception of the music industry right now, she feel like she's a failure, but she has to get out of that funk. Everything Babyface is telling her, and it's just like, stop chasing the sales. You know, chase the dream of your music that once made you who you are.
Right.
You came in the studio before, you wasn't chasing sales. You were chasing the fact that, hey, I get to perform, I get to sing. And she need to get back to the basic of performing and singing and being happy about what she does.
It's like you said, back to basics. You know,
Yes.
I agree. Good, well spoken, Larice. Very good point. Very good point. I agree because it's like anything. If your motivation is, it's like, okay, let's say when you start working out.
Yeah.
You're working out to get a better body. You're excited about your health. And you know that having muscles and everything will garner admiration, but that's not really what you're thinking about. You want to get swole and be fit and be strong for you. And then the after effect is people like, God, Larice, you have a great body.
Yeah.
But your motivation was sincere. It was admirable. It was humble.
Yeah.
And I think Toni still has a chip on her shoulder from the lack of the failures, and her last albums really commercially they weren't as successful as her earlier works, like The Heat and Secrets.
And that's the thing that people always compare to what they
Of
used to
course,
be.
of
Like,
course.
I used to be great, but
Right.
at the same time, like, you got a lot of NFL player, basketball players, celebrities. When they was on top, it was they shine. That was their moment. But right now, it's just that she should just make music that you know what she feel great about. And and I think the better she feel great, the greater she feel about her music, the more proactive and the more people respond to it,
Right.
because you know why, she feel great about her music.
It's the universe delivering, right?
Yeah, but of course, stop chasing the money, chase the music.
Chase the music. Stop chasing the money. Chase the music. Toni Braxton. That's spoken by Larice. All right, I agree. Tamar Braxton is still. I'm waiting for her new album. It was supposed to have dropped last week. Love and War, and because she's pregnant, I don't think it's gonna come out anytime soon. Which is kind of weird because all last season, that's what this, Tamar and Vince was about, her album. I want to make my album. I want to drop, pop it like it's hot. I want to be the next
But
Beyonce.
at the same time, I think it probably come out over the summertime because like she don't want her album to come out now because she can't showcase it.
Right.
She can't promote the way she wants to. She wants to be able to have a baby. If it came out a month before the baby came out, it's like, okay, well now she has videos but of course she want to shoot a video for it. And then like I give her 2 months after the album's dropped, she's gonna be it's Tamar.
But she might. Well, if it comes out this summer, I still think she'll be pregnant.
When's the baby now?
Probably this summer.
I think
Somewhere between 1 and 9 months.
Yeah, I mean,
like August.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think she's gonna be on tour like I'm 9 months pregnant. Like
she's Alicia Keys.
I know. I keep on falling. But I'm definitely excited for that new Tamar cut because I have her first album that came out in 2000 and I still bump it. It was great.
It was good.
It was really, really good. She was amazing. I would love for Toni to do an album that is not so much chock full of ballads, but maybe some club hits. Because the reason, let me tell you why the reason why Beyonce is so hot. Because Beyonce knows how to give you everything. She'll give you a nice ballad. She'll give you a club banger. She'll give you another.
But
club
Beyonce's
banger.
a performer.
Right.
Like people go to. It doesn't matter. Beyonce can make a song that's a straight ballad, and she would basically sell out the Staples Center or any arena just to see her perform.
I'm going to see her perform.
She's an entertainer, so you can't compare it like
$300 a ticket. I definitely was like, yes, please.
I want to see her perform.
Yeah, just like Beyonce.
Be like, that was Jason.
That was not Larice.
But yeah, I think Toni need to actually like get music that's kind of upbeat. I'm pretty sure her and Babyface is gonna work on it, but at the same time, she needs some more songs that's gonna be like upbeat. Possibly get Tamar to feature on a track or two, and I think it'll basically like the collaboration between her and her sister
Let's start
Tamar
this wrong again.
get rolling and basically like promote her new music.
Well,
It's a suggestion.
Toni needs to realize that she has Babyface in her corner.
Again,
Baby, and they had a falling out when she was on LaFace. She was on LaFace and Arista for a long time.
Yeah.
Left, went to Blackground, and because Jomo and Barry Hankerson, big drama with that.
Yep.
Basically, they supposedly ruined her relationship with Face. If they got their back together again, because I think once you have a winning combination, when you have chemistry like Mariah Carey and Jermaine Dupri, when they get together, they create magic. You just have those people that you connect with and that get you, and that know what just sounds good. It's effortless. It's organic.
Yeah, I think like within the next year, we probably hear a single from Toni Braxton that her and Babyface has done. And you know what? I'm kind of anticipating it's gonna be great. It's probably gonna be like a #1 single.
Yeah,
It should be.
And really, Toni still looks great. you know, she's doing a lot with lupus, because a lot of the reasons why she hasn't really done music is because of her health.
Yeah.
Lupus has been something that she's been an advocate for because she is a survivor of lupus, and she's just trying to get out there. Plus, one of her kids has autism, so she's really active in the community, and I think she has a lot of supporters on that front as well. Not that she would ever use that to be like, okay, I support autism and lupus, you know, support me, but it makes her more accessible and more real to the people.
But at the same time, it allows her, because she is a part of this organization, to help promote her music in a positive way. Because then it's like she's able to perform for any type of big event.
Boom.
You know, it's like, hey, it's my new single coming out. I just want to perform. I'm not looking for anything, but I just want to share my new music with you, which is a great marketing advertising for her new music, but it's a test market.
Right, and at the end of the day, she's Toni Braxton.
Yeah.
Great voice, phenomenal voice.
Still can sing.
Beautiful woman.
Still.
I know it doesn't matter if she's 5 foot under
Zero.
-3. I mean, she's 4'9".
Wow.
You know, she still looks good. She sounds good.
That
She's
pretty
great.
small.
She's itty bitty, dude.
She's pretty small.
She probably wears like her legs. Probably.
Stop it. Be like, nah, I'm gonna keep that.
All right, y'all. Well, you know what? This week of Braxton Family Values is pretty not that much eventful.
No, it's not that big.
Kind of a filler episode. Nothing really exciting happened.
Yeah.
So let's move on to predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I predict that Toni does, I think Toni does come out with some new music before the end of the year.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna at least put out a single, and it's really gonna be cool. And I also think that this story is not gonna happen.
Yeah, I think it's really gonna be a big controversy between the sisters and Gabe and Trina, and Trina's not gonna know how to do it, and she's gonna stop talking to the sisters.
Yeah.
And Mama E's gonna have to patch it up. But I also think that Tamar's album's coming out by Labor Day.
By Labor Day?
Yeah.
Oh, is that an exclusive? Is that,
No, never.
Well,
I can't put a date
is that
on
an
that.
exclusive?
Like,
Can't
let
tweet
me
that real
Google
quick.
that. Yeah, but I think it's gonna actually come out by Labor Day.
Awesome, good stuff. Okay, cool. Well, let's move on to news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Well, it seems like Tamar Braxton is actually pregnant, and she's going to have a baby.
Yeah.
Duh, that's what pregnant means. So next week on the Braxton Family Values, we actually get to see her tell the sisters that she is pregnant. But some people online are skeptical that she had a surrogate. That was she did. Not a surrogate. What is wrong with me? I can't even talk today.
Jason's had a long day.
In vitro.
Okay.
She did in vitro to get pregnant because she couldn't get pregnant on her own. So that's some speculation online, which honestly, at the end of the day, it does
doesn't
not
even
matter
because it's her baby.
I mean, as long as it comes out healthy and cute,
That's it.
That's all that matters. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
Diva.
Yeah. And you know that baby, if it's a girl, it's gonna be Tamar part 2.0.
Tamar ×2.
I wonder what they're gonna name her. Tamaria.
I hope not.
Tamar on the radio.
Nope.
If it's a boy, Vincent T. Herbert the 5th.
No. I can't stand when people are like, oh, I'm gonna name you the 5th. I
Like,
would not want to name nobody after me.
What if her name was like Cornell Dubois, the 9th? I would hate my life.
But guess what?
If it's a girl, it'll be Tamar. If it's a boy, it'll be Tamar.
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 Or Demontrez. Or Larice.
You know what? I don't like any of those names, so we're gonna leave that to Tamar and Vince to come up with the name for the baby.
There you go. Well, AfterBuzz, that's going to conclude our special episode of the Braxton Family Values. Ashley, Nina Marie Gray will be back next week, as well as myself, along with Larice. So
Yes.
good to see you guys. Until next time, I'm Jason J. Carter. Find me on Twitter at JJCForever and also on Facebook at the Jason J. Carter fan page.
And I'm Larice Shamar, and you can find me at Larice Shamar on Twitter, Instagram, True Peoples, and also check out TruePeoplesMedia.com.
Boom.
Boom.
Guys, have a great week. Until next time, see you later.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.